Hello everyone, welcome to another week and another new video to share with you. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. "10. Evil or live?" Yeesh, and I thought my parents overreact to things I do. This mother drugged her son and sent him off to prison-like facility just because she thought that him using the internet too much is a disease that needs a cure. Talk about ignorance. After waking up in said facility, the MC is introduced to the harsh world he's now a part of. It is kill or be killed, and there, as if he wasn't having enough problems in his life, the continuous mistreatment and abuse he faced in there all drove him to decide and commit suicide. But since he's the main character, we all know he isn't dead. On the contrary, he's saved by the enigmatic Shin, promising him to make his stay in that prison worthwhile. "9. Kaifuku Jujutsu no Yaranaoshi." Admit it right now, you guys already watched this show, or at least heard of it to say the least. This show became so notorious after its first controversial episode debuted to the point that a lot of the streaming sites banned it, since it was too hentai-like. This show definitely takes things to its extremes. It isn't for the faint of heart in the least. It has rape scenes and torture as well, as many more extreme scenes that I prefer not to talk about for spoiler reasons. Just go and watch for yourself and be the judge of this show yourselves. You'll either like it or hate it. There is no in-between. "8. Zetman." Heroes in comics and shows make fighting bad guys and delivering justice seem so easy. In this anime, however, they take us back to the tragic story of the hero and how Zetman became the hero he is. Having faced lots of tragedies in his childhood, Kanazaki Jin swears to help everyone so they won't face the same pain he went through. He's a hero of vengeance, a dark horse if you may, someone ready to pay the cost, whatever it is, as long as he can protect everyone around him. Jin has to live with the truth that not everyone can be saved, though, and sometimes whatever you do, it's just not enough. In this battle of ideals in a harsh, monstrous world, he has to stand his ground and protect his ideals, being the badass hero the world needs. "7. Dead Man Wonderland." It was seemingly just another normal day for Ganta Igarashi and his class fellows as they were heading out on a high school field trip to the amusement park called Dead Man Wonderland. This is a place where convicts perform death-defying and horrifying acts for the entertainment of the audience. However, his life is quickly flipped 180 degrees when his entire class is massacred right in front of his eyes by a man in red. Framed and sent to the very jail he was visiting, the young boy is thrown into the world of sadistic inmates and unnerving powers. He must live in a constant state of fear, as he must play the prison's games to survive, all while trying to find the actual murderer so he can clear his own name. As a dead man, Ganta possesses a branch of sin which allows him to freely control his blood outside of his body, as well as use his blood to form a bullet. "6. Batum." Ryuta Sakamoto is unemployed, lazy. He lives with his mother and is basically a loser. His only achievement in life is that he's the best player in Japan in the popular video game Batum. However, his peaceful life is turned upside down when he's stranded on a random island with absolutely no idea on how he got there. He has a small green crystal embedded into his arm. Unfortunately, Ryota is put into the game's world with the stakes being life or death. Luckily though, he's armed to the teeth with explosives known as BIM. He must take down 7 of his fellow competitors and collect their crystals in order to finally escape from the island and get back home. Outside of the video game world, Ryota is a pacifist. He condemns all forms of violence. Yet he's forced to fight for his life in this battle of life and death against his competitors who are out for blood. He teams up with Himiko, a fellow gamer, as they attempt to get the hell off the island while getting closer to figuring out why this recreation has actually happened. "5. 91 Days." Nothing better than an old-fashioned tale of family vendetta to lighten up our day. In this tragic story, the MC family is killed by a prominent and well-known mafia family. And as usual, facing no consequences for their actions whatsoever, they carry on with their lives simply as if nothing happened. Years later, the MC never forgot his vendetta and prepared a fail-proof plan to take back his vengeance in the best way possible and make everyone pay for what they did to him in his ruined life. He manages to infiltrate the family and rise through the ranks, but will he be able to accomplish his goal? 4. Zetsuin no Tempest. Nothing could drive someone to the limit more than the death of a close one. So imagine it being this person's sister. After dying in a mysterious, unexplained accident, my hero disappears for a whole month, only to return having allied himself with a witch trying to figure out what really happened to his sister and the mysterious circumstances that caused her death, all while facing the witch's brother for domination, and to protect the power of Exodus from falling into his hands, a power that could potentially end the world. The story seems interesting enough, and with a new, fresh kind of plot, sure it has some cliches like every other anime, but it still has its own uniqueness. Three. Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. Next up, we have Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. From having one of the best nostalgic opening theme songs, to having a remarkable plot that'll keep you on the edge of your seat, Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion does a remarkable job in the character development department. The anime follows the story of Lelouch Lamperouche, a British soldier who was chosen by the power of Geass. His Geass, power of kings, gave him the ability to make anyone submit to him upon eye contact. Lelouch uses this power to take revenge on the British Empire and break away Japan from the shackles of colonization, while working secretly on a revolution. He leads the rebellion, hiding his identity under a masked figure as Zero. Zero is shown to be nothing more than an anti-Britannian symbol. As such, anyone could be Zero. The anime develops scenes with jaw-dropping twists, leaving the audience in a constant state of awe. It also does a phenomenal job ending the anime with no loose threads, making it a candidate worthy for the Best Anime Ending Award. All in all, Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion is a wonderfully paced anime, keeping in balance everything a perfect short anime series would need. So if you're the type of person who loves anime that gets you riled up after each episode thinking about what will happen next, be sure to watch Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. 2. Tower of God. The main character, Bam or Yoru, as it is in the anime, is an irregular with the potential to turn the entire world of Tower upside down. In the anime, Bam is portrayed as a naive simp who appears to be all sunshine and rainbows, so it is obvious that everybody would see him as a weakling. However, as the story progresses and he realizes the potential he always had, things get very complicated pretty fast. If you decide to go through with this anime, then you should also read the webtoon, because seeing just the anime is simply not enough, as the anime only covers the tip of the iceberg. 1. Dororo. Hyakimaru for the entirety of the series was only trying to find all the demons that took what belongs to him and kill them to retrieve it. On his journey, they meet a girl raising young orphans. She even takes care of Hyakimaru and nurses him back to health after being injured in his last fight. They grow fond of each other, and Hyakimaru falls in her love. His happiness doesn't last though, and just as swift as he fell in love with her, she was taken away from him and killed by evil soldiers, along with the orphan children, all orchestrated by his father, of course. Watching his beloved and the children dead, Hyakimaru loses control and gives in to the rage welling up inside him, transforming him into a soulless beast, more dangerous than a demon and faster than lightning, swiftly tearing the soldiers into pieces, turning them into minced meat, while crying and shouting from the bottom of his lungs too, just to show the watchers the immense rage and loss he feels and how much he's torn inside. And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, I'd appreciate if you go ahead and check out my rap channel. The link will be down below in the description. Also, comment down below on the anime you like the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!
If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's be by. Put Stein skate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, push you through hell like gun grave. That's a story to tell if you